Well, you've heard the saying, if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and swims like a duck, then it's probably a duck. Well, you can apply the duck test to so-called non-union worker advocacy groups. And when you do, critics see a union trying to make an end run around the rules. Supporters of these worker centers disagree. Here's Chief Congressional Correspondent Mike Emanuel.
Some 200 groups across the country are designed to help immigrant workers such as taxi drivers and restaurant employees. Now several Republican lawmakers are making the case that over the past decade, the line between so-called worker centers and labor unions has blurred. For example, in dealing with employers directly on behalf of staff. So House Education and the Workforce Committee Chairman John Klein and Subcommittee Chairman Phil Rowe have written to new Labor Secretary Thomas Perez, quote, a case has been made that at least some worker centers are labor organizations as defined by the Labor Management Reporting and Disclosure Act, which would make them subject to annual filing requirements.
We're just asking the Secretary to clarify what those things are, and it's very well spelled out if you read the law, what it is, what you can and can't do, and what your reporting requirements are and are not.
All seem to agree worker centers do provide useful services such as job training and offering English as a second language classes, but some experts say some of them aren't purely altruistic.
Unions have used these worker centers as front organizations to organize workers and bypass some of the prohibitions on unionizing tactics. Since worker centers aren't regulated, the unions can use the worker centers to drive away business, persuade the management to accept unionization, without the workers having a say on the matter through a democratic secret ballot.
A group called the Center for Union Facts is running this full-page ad asking, can you tell the difference? It shows the AFL-CIO's Richard Trumka and Trumka in disguise as a worker center big shot. The executive director of the Koreatown Immigrant Workers Alliance in Los Angeles defended its activities, telling the Wall Street Journal, quote, as a nonprofit, we are not allowed to negotiate and bargain with employers, whereas unions are. Alexandra Sue added, we are not a union. We are just advocating for compliance with basic labor law.
A New York City fast food workers group blasted the Republican congressman for trying to silence ordinary workers, but declined to speak with us. Representatives Klein and Rowe have asked for a determination from the Labor Department by August 6th. Brett?
Okay, Mike, thank you.